Hi, I'm Glyn. This is Mr. Glyn's Pickups. Welcome. I would like today to talk to you about my Draig humbucker, designed specifically for doom. So this pickup really had some specific design requirements. This is what I was thinking when I was designing this. I've always been into Black Sabbath. That sound, that Tony Iommi sound specifically off those first few albums, and you know what I'm talking about, that is a sound I've always loved, the mid-range in that sound. Then more recently, I've been listening to bands like Sleep and Beast Wars and the more down-tuned, slower doom bands. And I wanted a pickup that would cover that ground. So the design requirements were, it has to have that tone, that mid-range. It's also something I wanted it to have enough power to push the front end of an amp. So if you're using an Orange or a Laney or a Met amp or what have you, it would push the front end to drive that. But I didn't want so much power that when you use a fuzz, it would turn it into a fizz. I needed to still have that clarity with heavy fuzz. Then also the compression. I wanted a pickup that had less compression than a lot of pickups. So I wanted to be able to just back off on the playing and the fuzz clean up, and then dig in and the fuzz comes in with a vengeance. So that's quite a lot of requirements there out of one pickup. So this was a lot of work, and I'm making this video because I just thought I'd just like to explain the thought processes and how I hope I've achieved that. Okay, so if you look at the spec of this pickup, you will see it's in the 9K range, which if you look at it just on its own would appear to be not very powerful, but it is sitting on one of these. This is an Alnico 6 magnet. Now, I get these made for me. This is not an off-the-shelf piece of kit. This is a magnet that's been made for this pickup. It's an oversized magnet, and it's an Alnico 6. Now, Alnico 6 is a little more powerful than an Alnico 5, which I'm sure you're familiar with, but it also has more mid-range. I'm going to talk about mids a lot here. So it is over thickness, and it's got that mid push. So what happens when you've got more magnetic pull is you get dynamics. So it's very string sensitive. So when you hit it, it's going to produce a lot more power than when you just tickle it. So like I was saying before about the way it interacts with a fuzz, this is a really important factor. Now, when you look at the pickup, obviously there's a screw side and a rail side. The screw side goes towards the bridge and the rail side away from the bridge. Now, this is not just a cosmetic thing. There's quite a difference in the efficiency of each side of this pickup. So the rail side is much more efficient. So you're getting more of the sound from the tone of that rail. And if that is away from the bridge, you're getting less of that bitey high end. So if you're pushing the pickup nearer the neck, then you're getting more fullness. So that's what's happening here. That asymmetry emphasizes more of those frequencies that we're really looking for in this pickup. You could swap it the other way around, but really don't do that. That's what this is about. It's about that rail and that asymmetry. So what we have here is a combination of the windings aiming at those certain frequencies, the magnet emphasizing and pushing that and giving you or reducing the compression increasing the dynamics and giving more of those frequencies. And just that balancing act of getting the power just right, so fuzz pedals love it. As you can imagine, it took a lot of experimenting, a lot of mucking about, but I'm really, really happy with the results. There's a few demos up of this. Go and have a look at those. But I just thought I would give a little bit of an explanation as to the thinking behind this pickup, because it's not a copy. This is not, I haven't copied a Super Distortion or a PAF. This is for this genre of music. Also, there is a neck pickup. At the time I'm recording this, hasn't quite hit the market yet. It will be soon. I've done a lot of experimenting to balance those up. I might make another video all about the neck pickup because it's equally interesting, or I think it is interesting anyway. Anyhow, thank you very much for watching.